in the game.
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. With your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are goner. He couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom. On treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds.
It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. Tank Bigsby here with the return. It is going well so far. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Right to the air, it's Hurts. It's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They get 22 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Dump off caught by his back. Room inside the 10. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love throwing to start us off. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And the stop is made just before he's able. Reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
2 needle.
The Packers take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Okay, ready?
New set of downs from the 37.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43. Slide, 97. Cut.
Quick throw out wide by Love. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Ready up.
That's another Packers
Red,
first
yellow.
down. First
Ready.
and 10 at the 15-yard line.
10 black. Ready?
From the red zone on first. Cut near the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set, go.
He has it. And he gets in. The 2-point try puts him in front by 1. 8-7.
Eagles 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Big speed with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line. And that is the end of our first quarter. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out 2nd and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Hurts on first down. Hits his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. Third and long for him here. Plays beyond the marker. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down, and they've got themselves a first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Barkley. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on third and goal. Throwing here, Hurts. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. That one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
Thrown on first down, Love. Short pass brought in. And this gets them well away from dangerous. He is up past their 20.
And the Packers, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard
First down
line.
throw, here's Love. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They've got first down here from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Love out of the shotgun. Cut down the field, Golden. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 now from the 46.
Come on, set. 52. Ready?
Throw left side to Watson. Down to the 10. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Christian Watson with the touchdown. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers grow their lead to 8.
Packers 15, Eagles 7. Brendan McManus to kick off.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Bigsby with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. That's completed right side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the 3rd quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
First down from the 42.
Red, play.
Love from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's a design run. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
That's complete to Reed, out left. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers lead by 15 now.
Eagles 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. This is a heater going deep. Big game downfield. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey, easy, 63. No touch, touch. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Crown left Yeti. No touch.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'd love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
No touch.
They're going to run with Barkley. Has room into the secondary. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Eagles 14.
Wow, still a full quarter left and down only a score, but here comes an onside kick. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
On the ready.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Double. Set. Ready. 45. What? Ready?
Quick throw out line by Love. And they're going to have first and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that gives them first and goal. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Ready. Set. Cut.
They'll run. Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Buying some time right. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up third and goal. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. This is a chip shot from the left hash. McManus sends it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a two-score game and be clutch when it matters, those are the moments they live for.
Showing a little burst so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Got for big yards on the right side. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
That's good. For the Eagles, first down.
On 1st down, Hurts. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hurts setting up to throw. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock, pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
And they take this in for the score. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Eagles 20.
Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Ready.
They're going to pass it here. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Packers, first down.
52 blaster.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard
Come on,
line.
set. 45, white. Set, hut.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here, claws, 10, black shot, yellow, 43.
The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pass brought in by Watson. He has the Packer first down. And Brock, that should be enough to win this game. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Second and 4 at the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Red 38. Hut.
We're drawing up for him. So this is a Packers win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.